How does my hair look?
Fine.
Looks okay.
I mean, yeah.
Looks like I'm losing my hair.
It looks exactly the way you think it looks. And no different. Although I'll tell you, there are times, like, so in my mind's eye, if that's a thing, there are times, like the way I see myself, there are often times where I'm like, it's almost like a Fight Club situation, like Brad Pitt and Edward Norton.
Yeah.
You know, like he thinks he's Brad Pitt, but he's just this scrawny dude. Like, and then I'll see a photo, I'm like, that's not what I thought I looked like.
I don't look.
I have hair in my mind's eye is my point.
Good morning, students. May I have your attention, please, for this morning's announcements?
I see your shirt is untucked. Detention.
Homework is due every single day. That's why it's homework.
I will be calling your parents.
Hey, what's going on here? No running in school. I'm going to tell your coach about this.
I said that's enough, both of you. Out in the hall.
All right, welcome to Out in the Hall. This is, if you can believe it or not, episode 16.
Oh, man.
I know we weren't supposed to say it, but I want people.
People can count.
They can count.
I think it says it what number it is.
It does.
Yeah. I feel like somebody sat in this chair and moved it.
What are you, a bear? Somebody's been sitting in my chair. Goldilocks.
I feel like I'm facing, I don't know. I just don't feel right.
I felt like that last show. Like my chair had been moved around. I scooted it today.
Did you scoot it more towards an angle towards me?
No, I just scooted it more towards the mic because I felt like I was like reaching way out.
Well, the mic moves. It's probably easier to move than the chair.
I know, but I'm kind of at the crux of its movement.
I know how that feels.
I don't even know what that means. Just the way you smiled, I know how you meant it to me. In the hall,
stretched out as far as it can go.
I get it.
Yeah.
You're really, really reaching for it. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I am Ryno, and that is the Willy Mammoth.
Yes.
We are happy to be back with you. Fall is in the air.
Oh, yeah.
Jedi season, is that what they call it?
What?
You know, like the boots from the Star Wars? All the girls are wearing the high boots now. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I've never even Jedi season.
I think that's what they call it. Because of like
Who's they?
People. You know, when Han Solo wears those boots?
Yeah.
It's called Jedi season.
Okay, but he wasn't a Jedi.
Dude, I'm just trying to be
all right. You're doing great.
It's fall.
Do you know when the kids say like best now? What does best mean?
I don't know best.
Best or best or bet.
Now, bet, I know bet. Bet means, okay, like if you said, actually, this would be fun. If you said, because I know all these.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm just really getting into them.
Right. So, I mean, my oldest is 13. So I'm like, hey, if you will help me clean the garage, I'll take you to get ice cream. He'll be like, bet. And then he'll help me clean the garage. Bet means like, all right, deal.
Deal.
Bet.
Okay.
Bet.
That's fine.
Have you heard on God?
No. What is that?
Oh, how about bro? You hear bro a lot?
Oh, well, it doesn't help that when we did North Carolina this summer,
it was bro.
Oh, because of our friend.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
AK. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like all he says.
Bro.
Yeah. Hey, Daddy, Mr. Says bro a lot. You're like, he does.
He does. Like I could be like, dude, brush your teeth. He'll be like, bro, I did, dude. I'm like, are you sure? It's like, bro, on God.
Like he's swearing?
Yeah. Like we used to be like, I swear to God. They're just like, on God.
Man, texting is messing everything up, shortening everything.
Yeah. The other thing I hear a lot is that's bussin'. That's really cool.
I've heard that, yeah.
How about cap? Do you know what cap means?
Maybe.
It means it's not true.
I've heard that one.
You could also say no cap, which would be
not true.
Well, right. But an example would be like, this would be a full sentence. Bro, no cap. Bro, our game last night was bussin', dude. On God. And that means I'm not lying. Our game last night was great. And I'm still not lying.
It's like they're
or
talking.
You'd be like, cap.
They're talking in emojis.
It's funny you say that because they'll text. Like, let's say you're like, hey, dude, Crystal likes me. Somebody might text back just a photo, like an emoji of a cap. And then they'll write back and be like, no. And then the emoji of the cap.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. That's fine.
I get it, but I don't get it.
I don't want to learn. I got my lingo.
Right.
I don't want to learn anything new. I want to be aware, like if they're talking about, my kids getting to heroin or something like that. Like I want to know if there's like a lingo for that.
Right.
Or like they're big crack guys,
I think that's reasonable.
I need to know what that slang is.
It's funny because I can remember and my mom would say this now. My brother and I, my brother, the one who chases the sun.
Good looking.
Yeah, he gets up in the morning and sits on the porch. And he's like a cat.
Yeah.
He just moves with the sun for about an hour.
He soaks it in.
Yeah.
Is that why he's so skinny?
Probably.
He's in great shape.
But my brother and I, still to this day, can have a conversation with one another in front of my mom, and she has no idea what we're talking about. And It's not a whole lot of like jive talk or whatever, but like it's the same thing with the kids now.
I'm determined. Unless my kids learn like German,
Right.
okay, and can speak German in front of me, if they're speaking English, I'm determined to always be up with what is going on.
Always be down with it.
With the jargon.
Bro.
Yeah. Best.
Bet. Hey, so we started this last show and it was fun.
Yeah. What was it?
It was the last meal thing.
I like how I just agreed with you. Like, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Well, I have the benefit of a show in front of me. You don't. So that's not fair to.
Still got my analog notes here.
Right. I like that. You can read your handwriting. That seems fun. So we did this last meal thing from our friend MF.
Yeah.
In SC. And thanks for that, my friend.
MFB.
MFB.
That's fun. It's got fun initials.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So it's the last meal. So what we're going to do is each show for the rest of the season, we're going to like break it down last meal. So we did breakfast last week. Now we're going to do morning snack.
This isn't a snacker. This is just a snack.
Snackers are in the afternoon. We know that.
Yeah, yeah, mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon snacker. This is a morning snack.
Yeah.
Maybe you had a work breakfast early.
Yeah.
You're not going to make it to lunch.
And yeah, you didn't eat a ton because you're talking.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So you're hungry.
Yeah.
It's not lunch. It's a morning snack.
You're hungry, but you paid $87 for breakfast.
Correct. That most of it just kind of moved around your plate. And then the eggs were cold.
Yeah, but that person got to eat because you were talking the whole time.
My morning snack.
Already.
It's an
what time?
Under the scenario we described.
Yeah.
It's 10:30.
10:30.
And I can't make it to lunch. Like I'm dying.
I got it. Yeah. You can't get to an early lunch even.
Right.
It's not like I'm going to make it till 11:15 and then drive there, get there by 11:30.
I'm really hungry.
Got it.
It's an everything bagel. Toasted. Pepper jack cheese. 2 eggs.
Oh.
But you have to butter the inside of the toasted bagel.
Before you toast or right when it comes out?
Right when it comes out.
Nice and soft?
Yep. Well, crispy, but soft on the inside. Butter it. Pepper jack cheese. 2 eggs.
1 slice of pepper jack cheese?
1 on the bottom, 1 on the top.
Oh, you sandwich them in.
Full sandwich.
But then what type of egg? How are you cooking it?
Well, if you go to like Einstein or something, they'll give you, I like those circular eggs. And actually at home, I have like a little tiny circular egg pan.
Yep. Do you bust the yolk?
I do.
Because if you put the pepper jack cheese on top and on the bottom, there's nowhere for the yolk to absorb.
Right. And it just goes all over your hands.
That's right.
So I go ahead and bust the yolk. Yes.
Okay. That's a good way to do it.
That's a good snacker.
All right.
Snack, not a snacker.
Not a snacker.
No.
The morning snack for me, mid-morning snack.
What time is it?
It's about 10.
Okay.
10,
Same deal.
10:30.
Can't make it to lunch.
Or you just don't want to.
Right. Because maybe you drove past an Einstein.
Maybe. I like Einstein. It's okay.
I like Einstein.
Yeah. What I really like is
I mean, years of preparation for this, for this answer.
Now, it has to be very specific. I like smoked salmon. Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. But not like the kind, like the cold smoked salmon like you're buying in the store with like the locks that's really sliced, thinly. I like you did the night before on a nice cedar plank. Okay.
Okay.
And and then some Parmesan dill spread, a little bit of a spread on a Ritz cracker. And then maybe
oh, wow.
Maybe 15 of those.
I thought you were going to say 4.
No. The Ritzes, they're small.
I got it.
They're little guys.
So we're talking like a salmon fillet.
Yeah, like a nice.
Is it hot or cold when you're doing this?
It's cold now. Yeah, it's cold.
Cold now because you got it out of the fridge.
That's right. Yeah.
All right.
Because maybe it's an appetizer a lot of times. That specific thing is an appetizer a lot of times for our large family gatherings, and I end up just filling up on that.
It's that good
for me.
I love a Ritz cracker.
Yeah.
You like a wheat thin, a Ritz, or a Triscuit?
It depends on what I'm doing. Now, Triscuit's out.
You don't like Triscuits?
It gets very dry in my mouth. It absorbs all the moisture in my mouth.
I love a Triscuit.
I don't mind it now if I'm dipping in something pretty firm. Like some maybe not fresh pimento cheese, just out of a, you know what I'm saying?
Ritz with a jalapeno pimento cheese.
Yeah, but the problem is
Triscuit.
If your Triscuit's good, and same with the wheat thin because they're rigid.
Here's the deal on the Triscuit though: if you're dipping a Triscuit into something hard, you got to turn it so you are dipping across the grain. Because if you dip with the grain, it'll crack off right there.
Interesting. That's like a skirt steak.
Yeah, I mean you can't cut it the wrong way.
That's right. You'll just be chewing on it forever.
Right. I'll tell you what else I really like on the Appy thing.
Yep.
My first wife can make an unbelievable charcuterie board. But
do you miss that?
No, she's still around. She's also my current wife. I mean, unreal charcuterie board. That's like a gift. I mean, she's just really good at it.
We should have added that word to the words that I can't spell.
I wouldn't even attempt.
In fairness, that feels like a French word.
I would just say, can you put out cheese and crackers? To which she would write back, do you mean a charcuterie board?
Yeah. Well, I mean, a charcuterie, you're that includes meat.
Right. So I love a Boursin cheese on a Cars cracker. You familiar with the Cars product?
Mm-mm.
Carrs. They're big. They're like that big, and they're thin. And sometimes they have cracked pepper on them.
Okay.
You can get them anywhere.
I just feel like a Ritz.
It's got a
Perfect.
buttery
It's buttery.
flavor.
It
Yeah.
disintegrates in your mouth. I can eat them plain.
Yes.
They're very good. And they now come in those little 15 like per package because you open them up and then you pull it down too far and now you can't seal it up. Now you're wasting a plastic bag.
Right.
So they're fresh.
Sure.
Otherwise you get to eat the whole sleeve.
Which is like 45.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of calories.
That is. That's a good one.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to pass some notes here. This is interesting because I have a big announcement.
Oh.
Can I share it with you today?
Well, you told me we had an announcement.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
But you didn't tell me what it was.
Right. So I'm really excited about it.
Okay.
So it just so happens we get this email from Tanis. It's a cool name. Tanis from Stuart, Florida.
Like the city of Tanis?
No. Her name is Tanis, and
Oh.
she's from the city of Stuart, Florida.
Are you sure it's a girl?
I know a Tanis
You know a Tanis? A
in
female
Orlando.
Tanis. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that's the guy's name.
Okay.
I mean, if it is,
Maybe.
in fact, it wouldn't be the first time we've been fact checked today. So get to that in a minute. Okay. Tanis from Stuart. She says, you guys are great. When we first started your show, we heard a lot of talk about Ryno doing stand-up, but that's kind of stopped. What's going on? Are you out of the game? We want to know. We want to see you. So I'm really excited to share this.
I'm ready.
I'm really pumped about this.
Okay.
So I am hosting in like a 700 seat theater, the first annual Flamingo Comedy Jam. It's me. I'm doing like 10 minutes of stand up. Then we've got to call it a midliner. That's the word. And
Makes sense.
Yeah. So I've recently been like taking some classes about hosting because I really like that role.
Yep.
So there's like a whole process with that. And actually that's kind of part of my bit is explaining what the host does.
Sure.
So you won't get that today, but it's in Vero Beach. It's December 8th. So it's me, the midliner to be named, and the headliner
yeah.
is Bobby Bones.
Oh.
Bobby Bones, who's like an iHeartRadio legend.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the most listened to radio morning show like of all time.
Yeah.
Millions and millions of listeners.
I was getting ready to say, I mean, it's a 700 person theater, but if it was just you, I like how you said that was just 700 seats. So I'm like, oh gosh, it's going to look pretty empty.
Yeah.
But
you need some.
now I know it'll be full.
Oh, yeah. It's not just me. Yeah. I'm not going to do 10 minutes in the 700 seat theater.
Oh, see you later.
Well, thank you guys for coming out. We got some merch in the lobby. So, but Bobby's got this show he's been on tour with. He's done, I don't know, I'm going to say 15 cities. His show, his act is called Comically Inspirational. He's got an unbelievable life story that he shares throughout his show. He's overcome a very unique set of circumstances and has risen to the top of the broadcast world. And
Broadcast or comedy? Is he like a DJ sort of? Or
he's
like
a morning show host.
Got
the
it.
Bobby Bones Show.
Got it.
And I mean, yes, they play music, but he's iHeartRadio. He's like their country guy. He's a big deal.
Yeah. Great name.
Bobby Bones.
Oh, yeah.
And I've gotten a chance to spend time with him many times. So we've got some great kind of chemistry. I'm really pumped about it.
That's awesome.
What's really cool too is also part of his act is he is one half of a duo, not unlike Ryno and the Willy Mammoth. And it's with his producer, Eddie Garcia, who's a great friend of mine too. And they're called the Raging Idiots. They both play guitar and they sing these funny, silly songs. And it's just a feel-good, fun, clean show.
Should we bring in some bongos and a guitar for us?
Like in here?
Yeah.
We could do that.
We should write some songs.
We could open for the Raging Idiots.
That make me nervous. Been a long time since I've sang in public.
Oh, you'd be great.
A lot of damage to those chords.
I'm really excited.
Well deserved.
Thank
And
you.
I think that you will not steal the show, but certainly I believe you to be on par.
That's very kind.
Yes, with just undiscovered.
That is very kind. Like I'm smiling. If you're watching, I'm smiling or not watching, I'm smiling as I say this. So I've worked on this for, I don't know, 6 months. Now, when you see it, you'll be like, are you sure you didn't do it this morning? But I am announcing today, and today is October 23rd.
Yep.
RyanParsonsComedy.com will be live.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just a little website. And I'll
What are you going to have on there?
Well, it's built. And I know it's on there. It's got some photos of me doing stand-up, a little bit of my story, kind of some stuff that I could do, like the corporate stuff, host a corporate event.
Has like a contact section. You
contact
can
section.
Contact me.
Yep.
If you want your event to be awesome.
Right.
Contact me.
Yeah. And it's got like, some of the stuff I've done in the past and some testimonials from it's not tested out the wrong. Like,
No. I love it.
You know what I mean?
No, it's right. That's absolutely
the right word.
No, it's the right word. It's the right. When you're raised in the South and like sort of evangelical churches like we were, like that hits another bell.
Yeah. If you go to the testimonial section, you'll hear about drug use and all that. Not that kind of It's not that kind of testimonial.
Got it.
That's
Endorsements.
called a testimony. That's different.
I know.
But I know what you're saying.
These are more like long-winded endorsements.
Look, I felt beyond indulgent reaching out to like some of the folks I've done stuff for, and they were, each of them individually were so kind of like, oh, I'd be thrilled to do this. I mean, you
That's
were
nice.
great. Yeah. So it was very cool.
You're very good at endearing yourself to people.
Well, thank you.
People like you.
And also on there, I'm throwing this out there because Out in the Hall doesn't have a website. I've got a whole segment about Out in the Hall, and that if you're doing something and you want two people to help you out,
Oh,
we'll do it.
oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'll come.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a charity thing or
I don't feel like I could ever do stand-up. My brand historically has always been, and maybe that's just because I'm not smart enough, because you have to be really smart and polished to be able to get up there and like talk in front of people and deliver jokes and punchlines and have the tone in your voice and the inflection and the pauses.
not to mention the content.
Right.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
It's very intentional, right?
It is. Oh, sure.
Maybe it's just because I'm lazy. My brand historically has been
Off the cuff.
yeah, rebuttal comedy,
Yeah.
or not.
Well, we're
necessarily-
doing here.
Yeah, not necessarily. It's more riff.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a little bit of a different kind of funny.
Well, you're not telling jokes now.
Yeah,
And again, I'm not trying to be some professional stand, like I'm not trying to
No.
be somebody I'm not. But what I will tell you is, having studied it and having taken some classes and some lessons, really from like legit, like there are comedy coaches out there
Right.
who work with some huge names that you would all know. And I've taken Zoom classes with these guys and met with a few of them in person. You can take a situation that happened in real life and turn it into a stand-up bit, but it takes a lot of preparation.
right. Yes.
And I've been able to do that. I have a whole bit about one of my kids in the lottery.
You have a bit about your wife having an upset stomach
Yes.
at the end of a date
Yes.
that you've been thinking about for a week.
Looking forward to.
Just nope. Ate
So
the-
anyway, enough
ate the
about
same
me.
thing as you, honey.
I'm beyond excited to share that with you, Matt.
That's
and
great.
with anybody that
Do
happens.
they
to
have
be
some
listening.
good prospects for the midliner?
Well, I don't know who it is.
Okay.
But what Bobby has done on his tour is he does this social media campaign. And he's like, hey, who wants to open for me? And so people submit. Now it's music. It won't be another
Okay.
comic. So it'll be two comics.
But
Me,
that's really nice of them. Like, get
It-
people out that might not otherwise have an opportunity to. That's
right.
great. That's the
It's-
attention.
It's so cool that he uses his platform. He has been very nice to me in this process. I mean, of course he's been nice. He's a wonderful guy.
Yeah.
But I'm just really excited. I mean, he's a pro. I'm really excited about getting a chance to host that show with him.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Throwing this out there, not sure this is going to happen. We might do a show from that weekend. So the Flamingo weekend, and I do want to plug this because this is important, something I've been involved in.
Well, it's a great event. It does a lot of good.
It does. So the Flamingo weekend benefits the Jake Owen Foundation. And we've talked about this on the pod before, but Matt and I went to college with Jake Owen. I was in a band with him. We're still very, very, very close friends. I sit on the Jake Owen Foundation board and have for years. And I'm involved in the weekend. There's a golf tournament. Then we have the Flamingo Comedy Jam. Then on Saturday, which is December 9th, I think, is like a songwriter event by the pool.
Mhm.
And then Saturday night's the Flamingo Music Jam. And I don't think I can tell yet who the headliner is.
For that.
Yeah, I can. No, I can't. I don't want to get in trouble.
Not yet.
So not yet, but it's a big name.
Got it. Man,
like-
last year was great. Tracy Lawrence.
Oh, last year we had Tracy Lawrence and Randy Owen from Alabama. The
Still
year before
still
we-
sounds like an angel.
Doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
The year before we had Jimmy Buffett. We've had Florida Georgia Line, Morgan Wallen, Hardy, Little Big Town. I mean, we've had some big stars at this event, and it raises a ton of money for the JCOM Foundation, which gets put into the pockets of folks that really need it. The mission statement of the Jake Owen Foundation is, Jake lives on the road, right? So home, yes, while it's Nashville and Vero Beach is where he's from, but home's also the road. And so the mission statement is helping people in the places they call home.
Mhm.
So, there might be a need in
Sure.
Topeka.
And they could be totally different circumstances, not necessarily specific. There are a lot of charities raise money, which are great things too. Very specific causes.
Right. But now we do
Yeah.
have a big, St. Jude is a big beneficiary of what we do because they're so tied to the country music industry.
Yeah. A
So
great
anyway,
organization.
I'm very excited to share that. Tickets will be out.
That's
You
great.
can get tickets to any of these events. It's all, open to the public.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy some.
Yeah, I hope you do. It's such a special thing. Friday, December 8th is the comedy show.
It's a great time to be in Vero too.
It's so beautiful down there.
Yeah. December 8th in Vero is like
It's so beautiful.
wonderful.
So comedy's on December 8th. Music is December 9th.
Wonderful.
We just thank you. Thanks for letting me indulge there. I'm really excited. Check out RyanParsonsComedy.com. I mean, I built it, so I'm no web designer, so it's cool.
What, did you go to like a web template website and then typed in all the stuff?
Pretty much.
Did you get spell checked a lot?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot of it was in red. In fact, at first glance, I thought Jesus wrote it. I mean, it looked like...
Interesting fact, we don't actually have anything that Jesus wrote.
Right. We just have the letters in red that we think he did.
Right. That people are attributing quotes to him.
It looked like that.
I got it. I get what you're saying.
I look like you're reading Matthew 4 when you read my first bio. But I'm very proud of that.
Yes.
I'm very proud to be a part of this event.
Yes. Wonderful. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Good event.
Janitor's closet.
Oh.
This is good.
Okay.
So this was sent in actually by someone that I went to high school with.
Okay.
Okay. So it's Christina. And she says...
You sure that's a girl?
I'm positive on this one. Not so ambiguous. She says, "Hi, out in the hall, fellas. Ryno, this is a story about you. When we were in high school, you and your buddies hosted the news. We were on every morning."
Oh, yeah. I did this in middle school. I was the anchor.
Yeah. So I was one of the anchors.
Yeah.
And I'm going to read this, but since it's a story about me, I can give you a little color.
I love it.
It was me and 3 buddies. So there was a 4-man team.
Is this video or just over the internet?
It was video.
Got it.
And we would film it in the morning before school. And then at like right before lunch, all the TVs would turn on. And
Yes.
we were filming with tape back then. Like this is a videotape. Right? It wasn't digital. You know what I'm saying?
Ours was digital.
Really?
Yeah.
No, this was a videotape. And all editing had to be done. The guy that edited it, my buddy Matt, we had this like double deck VCR that like went through a monitor, and like he would take the tape we taped and then cut and then fast forward and then cut and splice it all together. He did all that like in like 4th period. And then so at the end of 4th period, it was all done.
Yeah.
Well, there was a teacher who had to like oversee it. It was the librarian. And she was a very nice lady. Too nice. And we kind of took advantage
Let you
of
get
her.
away with a lot. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'll also say not overly worldly. Okay. So she goes on.
She read a lot of red.
She read a lot of red and like maybe wasn't like hip to like
This is a Christian school.
extremely.
Yeah. So she was definitely in the red.
Right. So she goes on to say, when you guys hosted the news, one time I remember you guys used the instrumental part of Sexual Healing for your outro.
Mm.
She goes, "I'm not sure how much trouble you got in, being that it was a strict Christian school. I just remember the next day, the teacher who oversaw the news coming on almost in a press conference format and making a statement of apology for her oversight. I know for a fact that you guys couldn't have cared less, but she was mortified. It was very funny. I love the podcast, Christina. Thanks for writing that, because I'd forgotten about that."
Great song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just because the intro
Well,
certainly doesn't say anything bad.
I know, but we were just trying to push the envelope.
Yeah.
And of course, we thought it was a riot. And,
Yeah.
and all the kids thought it was a riot. And then the kids that didn't get it, they're like, why is it so funny?
What was the outcome? Did you get in trouble?
I mean, yeah, like you guys got to prove your song, whatever. We didn't care.
I got a call from the principal's office yesterday from my youngest.
Oh, yeah, what do you do?
He just keeps getting sent to the principal's office.
Give him a chair. I had one.
Yeah. Quick story about that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the vice principal. She calls. And my first wife is very involved in the PTO there or whatever. So everybody knows her.
What did you call it?
The PTO, Parent Teacher Organization.
Oh, I'm in the employment business, buddy. I'm hearing paid time off.
Yeah. That's
PTA.
Oh, yeah. PTA. Sure.
Okay.
And so everybody knows her. And she does the book fair every year there.
Oh, yeah.
That's her gig.
She sells those red Lamborghini posters.
My oldest has a purple one in his room.
There you go.
Did I tell you that my oldest wants a minivan?
For his car?
His first car. He's like, I want a red minivan.
Why?
Says he can put all of his stuff in there, take his friends around.
Big gear fella.
Big gear guy.
Big gear
Maybe
guy.
he's going to get in the production business.
I love that. Follow
And
the
so
footsteps.
she goes, are you familiar with some of the referrals that have been, some of his behavior? I go, well, some of it, yes, but I also need you to know that he's my son.
Right.
And she's like, oh,
You're one of those?
yeah. And I go, I still hold the record for being paddled the most times at my elementary school. And she's like, oh, well, we don't do that here anymore. And I go, I wish you did.
I bet it wouldn't be in there so much.
Wish you did.
I hear you.
So yeah, that was a fun call. I got the call when they couldn't get a hold of
Your current wife?
my current wife. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we get that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, hey, if you got a good story for Janitor's Closet, send it in. That was fun because, I didn't expect, I saw that and I go, oh,
That's
I
great.
forgot
People
about
are
that.
reminiscing about things.
What have you been up to lately?
I did my annual pilgrimage to a hibachi restaurant
Oh, yeah.
here recently.
Yeah.
You know what I love about
I thought you looked a little puffy.
you know what I love about hibachi? It is
The sodium?
It's kind of like living in Florida. Everybody looks. You're at your table with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
You're sandwiched together. They seat you, and then you're waiting to see who else comes to your table. Right. And so you sit down. You're not like anybody else at the table. Maybe you talk to him. Maybe you don't.
I don't.
I know. It depends on where you're sitting in the sequence too. Sometimes
I'll
it does.
talk to my family only. I'm not interested in having dinner with another family. I don't
Right.
know.
It's
It might be that I'm kind of getting a little notoriety here. I want to be hassled. Guys, I'll take pictures after dinner.
But sometimes you can tell the person's appetite when they sit down. Okay. And we had a more hungry family had sat. It looks like maybe this wasn't an annual trip for them. Maybe this was more of
It might have been there last week.
a weekly trip.
Yeah. All right.
Right. And to see their eyes, they're not talking at this last hibachi experience. They are literally just staring at the food. And there's two types of people, I think, at a hibachi restaurant.
Okay.
Those that wait until all the food gets on their plate to eat.
And those that just can't wait.
Those that just cannot wait. They were the latter.
Yeah. They couldn't wait.
The rice was completely gone by the time that
The meat and everything.
the meat
veggies
and
everything.
veggies were delivered.
You're saying they took it more of like a course meal
Yes.
than they did like a complete meal.
And definitely the types of people that used a fork for their rice as opposed to the
Because it's more of like a shovel.
more of a shovel. and they drenched their rice in the pink sauce.
This is gross. Yeah.
And then they asked for more pink sauce, and the person filled up their thing, and they asked before they dumped the next pink sauce on their fried rice, they asked for another one. So they had 2 pink sauces and then their ginger sauce or whatever there on the side.
The yum yum sauce.
The yum yum sauce. Yeah. They're just dumping it all over their
I love
rice.
hibachi. It's so fun.
It is great.
As you know, I'm making it. We told.
Yeah, you doing the
before,
black
doing the
stone?
Blackstone. In fact, I might do that this weekend,
So expensive.
bro.
Hi.
I don't need to buy it.
No, what have you been up to?
So you know these guys. I was on a trip recently, and this is an annual trip that I've done for years and years and years to go visit a buddy in New York. And so we're up there, and what I do is I drive from my house to my friend's house here, our friend's house here. We hop in an Uber.
Yep.
We get to the airport. We're going to go play golf. For
Gosh,
3 or
Ubers
4
are so expensive right now.
They are,
Yeah, keep going.
but so is parking at the airport.
Yes.
I guess the story is like we're having so much fun. So we get to the airport, might swing in the bar at the airport, get a couple pops, maybe a pop on the plane. We get to New York, we get our golf clubs unloaded. We're headed to go see at our buddy's apartment. It's a big dinner that night. We're out all night. Everybody's laughing. Then the next day we go play golf. Everybody's laughing. More food, more drinks, more steaks, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of that 2 nights of not sleeping, and everybody's still kind of picking on each other a little bit.
But there's one person that's about to blow up.
Yeah, and you're just kind of like, are we still doing this? And so it's a 3-day trip, 3-night trip.
Sounds like one night too long.
It is, but what was funny about it is, and I love these guys. So literally 3 nights in a row of big late dinners, late nights, golf all day, watch some US Open tennis. It just was a lot going on.
Right.
And it's a lot of, we get in the cups pretty good.
Yeah.
And we don't sleep.
A lot of pops.
A lot of pops, not a lot of sleep. And so my point is your patience is rather tested
Mhm.
because these are some sharp guys. And so you say the wrong thing, you're going to get killed.
Yeah.
You wear the wrong thing, you're going to get, it's just, and we're just needling and we love each other. But the needles get old. And so what's funny, I thought was funny, is we're not coming back after 3 days of this while we were drinking on the plane on the way up. We don't speak to one another on the plane on the way home. Okay. We don't have anything to drink. When we're in the airport eating, we don't talk to one another. And then we get back to the Orlando airport and we get our bags. My buddy looks at me and we're going back to his house and he goes, I think I'm going to take a separate Uber. That's a little 2-ball.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I'm like, I think that's a good idea. And our Ubers literally followed each other, cold and quiet, back to his house. And we both got out. And his wife's like, what's going on? And we're both like, don't ask. I've had enough of this guy.
Well, she's been around us long enough. to
she
know.
knows.
Don't ask.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. At my office, there's a general rule with me now that's come out that apparently all the people that I work with abide by, which is don't ask follow-ups.
Don't ask follow-ups.
Like if I say something, don't ask a follow-up question.
Just,
You don't want to know.
is it you don't want to know or you don't want to be bothered with the follow-up or they don't really want to know?
No, they want to know, but you don't really want to know.
They
could
don't
be- you
need to know. It's not a work issue.
You could be liable for something.
Right.
You don't, at that point, you have no longer a plausible deniability.
Right.
Just don't ask.
They have those machines they hook you up to.
Yeah.
And it's like, did you know that he did this? And you're like, no. And then it's like, you did know.
That's old MFB has come up with that rule.
It's a good one. Don't
It's-
ask.
Don't ask. Don't ask.
So if like, what'd you do this weekend? You know,
Yeah.
you might be like, well, I was at the beach. And you're like, all right.
All right.
I hope you enjoyed it.
No question about what beach or who
Don't wanna
was
know.
there or what'd you see.
Nope.
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 Don't want
What
to
were
know.
you wearing?
Yeah.
Nope. Nope. Don't.
All right. Okay,
Hope you
you're
enjoy-
up.
Show and share.
Sure.
Oh, I just want to thank Free Fly real quick. These guys have been great. You got the new pants on.
I have the new pants on. I have the thicker shirt
Do you like that one better?
on. Yeah.
You've said, I know why you like that. You've said that before.
Yeah, my nipples.
His nipples. All right. Show and share. Okay. We play a lot of card games in our house.
Okay.
Like we'll play rummy or we'll play tweeners or sometimes we'll even play poker or blackjack and like everybody goes and gets their quarters and I'm the dealer and stuff. So a lot of cards. Like my boys travel with cards a lot because we don't let them take screens in the car anymore.
Sure.
So it's a lot of cards. So I did some research on cards. Do you know why this is not a pop quiz, but do you know why there's 52 cards in the deck?
No.
Okay. So the deck of cards essentially represents the calendar. So there's 52 cards in a deck representing 52 weeks in a year.
Right.
Okay. There's 2 different colors.
So not a leap year.
There's not an extra week in a leap year. I don't know if you're familiar with the Mayan calendar here, but I think we're on the Mayan calendar. Ironically, that'll come up in a minute.
Okay.
So 52 cards in a deck represent 52 weeks in a year. There's 2 colors, black and red, and that represents the brightness of day and the darkness of night. The 4 suits represent the 4 seasons, and then again, black and red, 2 warm seasons and 2 cold seasons. Each suit has 13 cards representing the 4 13-week lunar cycles.
Oh,
Okay. If you add up the value of all the cards, you get 364. That's the total number, which is why there's a joker in the deck, which makes 365 for 365 days in a year. Now, ask me your question that you asked me earlier.
leap year.
Every 4th deck that is printed has 2 jokers in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is great.
How about that?
That's awesome. You know what this sounds like? It sounds very pagan.
It does sound pagan.
Yeah. Like the worshiping of seasons. Now, pagan is not, people might not know this. We live in the South. You say pagan, people just assume like devil worshipers.
Right.
It's not. It's a really nature worship.
I didn't think of that, but it does sound a little.
I mean, that's why we have Christmas when we have Christmas, right? That's the winter solstice.
Sure.
It's easier for the.
I actually despise the winter solstice. It's my least favorite day of the year. My favorite day of the year is the summer solstice. I like daylight.
I like daylight too.
I like major quartz. I like daylight.
You do.
Yeah.
It was easier to get all the pagans to convert in the Roman Empire to Christianity if we just put the Christian holidays on top of the pagan holidays.
They're like, yeah, we're already doing it.
We're already doing it. It coincides with the harvest.
Oh, it's a tree too? Oh, we already got a tree. We're perfect.
Wow, that's an evergreen tree.
Oh, wow. Oh, the cornucopia?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Did you know that people used to use corn cobs instead of toilet paper?
I did know that. Seems rather uncomfortable.
Rough.
I would have traded that for some of the toilet paper I've used in my life.
Recently? Oh, when you
Not
go
anymore.
when you go to Europe, the toilet paper is terrible over there. It's so thin. It's like a school bathroom toilet paper.
It's like using wax paper.
It is. It's awful.
It's
and
awful.
they only give you one. They're
The
like
little
tissue paper.
machine. Yeah.
Gives you one square. You're like, what am I
Right.
supposed to do with this?
You got to wait a minute for another one to spit out. And
Yeah.
then use it too.
I'm having a new diet here.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, buddy.
buddy.
We're gonna need
I need a
some
roll.
care.
Yeah, I need a roll. All right.
Your show and share.
Show and share. So in early September, there was, I don't know if you remember this in the news, there was a lot of flooding in Greece.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it was that whole Mediterranean area. There was some flooding in Turkey and some of those lower Baltic states over there.
Okay.
Countries. There's a lot of agriculture, a lot of subsistence lifestyle that still goes on in Greece. They have a lot of livestock. It was really sad. They killed over probably 100,000 animals.
No kidding.
Yeah, this flooding. There was a particular herd of sheep, though, that found some shelter in a greenhouse. Okay. And which is great. They all survived. The shepherd came out, found them back in the field. They were acting erratic, very erratic. They were jumping to unseen heights.
Okay.
They were running around in a frenzy, right? They were eating tons of snacks. What do you think was in the greenhouse? Guess how many pounds? Probably like 30 herd of sheep ate of this substance. 600 pounds
Of weed?
of marijuana.
Dude.
So
what?
not only did they survive,
They're doing great.
they had a party.
I mean, like a hurricane party.
It's like a hurricane.
I mean, we all have friends like, hey, a hurricane's coming. Let's get us a little bag. You know what I mean? A little snack.
The shepherd took them to the vet, and they're like, these guys are just stoned.
Yeah, you'd be all right.
Like, Sleep
Go
off.
get a couple packages of Ritz crackers. They'll be fine. I'd order a couple pizzas.
600 pounds.
That's a lot.
Right.
Surprised. I don't know. You probably get sick before you can die.
Yeah, I don't think you're dying of that. You could probably have some sort of psychosis event.
Permanent, maybe.
Probably. Maybe. If you eat enough.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. 600 pounds.
They walk in there playing like the White Rabbit.
I was trying to think of what else, because I said eating a lot of snacks was my addition to kind of like give it away. But I was thinking about like, what if they walked in and they just had like a cig hanging out of their mouth and they were just listening to some Snoop?
Hey, you're not the pizza guy. The shepherd comes in. He's like, are you the pizza guy? Like, no, I'm Ron, the shepherd. Like, well, can you go get us some pizza? We're feeling really bad. I'm just trying to work it in. I've been trying to work it in since you started.
That was great.
Yeah.
Okay. So so that's a lot.
Hey, don't be mad at us. We ate all your weed.
Easy.
That's good.
Okay.
That's really good. Can I tell you about Highland Diamond real quick?
I'd love for you to.
Yep. This is exciting. You're almost to the end of October where we're running this, or he's running this special. So John at Highland Diamond, our buddy.
Holidays are coming up.
Holidays are coming up. It's time to start.
I'm a big Halloween gift guy.
Are you?
No.
Honey, here's your
tennis bracelet for Halloween.
So John's got tennis bracelets for under $1,000 per carat. Get a 5-carat tennis bracelet in white or yellow gold for just $4,900, or a 10-carat tennis bracelet for $9,000. He's got diamond studs in all sizes. Call and mention Out in the Hall and get the deepest discounts available. Lifetime trade up on diamond studs with full credit provided at the time of upgrade towards a larger pair. He's got Rolex Submariner watches for under 10 grand.
Yeah, I heard that. Heard that last
week. Get one of those. Highland Diamond's phone number, 404-228-0000 or highlanddiamond.com. Pop quiz.
All right, in Japan, okay?
Japan.
Kit Kats.
Okay.
Big favorite snack in Japan.
Really?
Big. Guess how many different varieties currently are on the market of Kit Kat in Japan?
And we can agree that there's one variety of Kit Kat.
Well, the standard Kit Kat is one variety, but occasionally, like you'll see, like how like this time of year they have the glow in the dark green ones, or whatever.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's a different variety.
I just thought we only had Kit Kat flavored Kit Kats here.
Right. Maybe we do. I don't know. It's not like a favorite snack of mine.
Right. I'm going to say they have 5.
200.
What?
Different varieties of Kit Kats are currently on the market in Japan.
I was way off.
Different regions, ton of different like flavors and varieties and packaging, and it's big over there. 200. Okay. Yeah. Now you know. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. Here's a pop quiz for you.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about American history, and so occasionally I'll hear something and I'm like, that seems right, but I don't know.
Like having a 5-star general at your wedding.
Yeah. I got fact check on that. Turns out he was a 3-star general. I mean, YouTube went nuts on that.
I was totally right that there's not that many 5 stars.
The last 5-star general died in 1981. It's the year I was born. No, he wasn't at my wedding.
There
was a 3-star general.
He was probably over the Vietnam operation, would be my guess. 81.
YouTube, like on that short. So yeah, we post shorts and of course the full show, but also shorts on YouTube. And so that kind of went like,
yeah. That's okay. That's okay.
Anyway, I apologize.
General stars.
Yeah. So anyway, I hear things and I was like, that seems right, but I don't know. This is a little too truth and a lie, but that's not this. This is a pop quiz.
Right.
I'm going to throw out 3 names.
Okay.
And you tell me the name of the guy who wasn't a president of the United States.
Okay.
Okay. Millard Fillmore.
Okay.
Zachary Taylor. Jonathan Browning.
Jonathan Browning.
How do you know that? Who's Zachary Taylor? Somebody's like, you remember when President Taylor? I'm like, what? I never heard of this fella.
He was Zachary Taylor. I don't think was president for very long.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I thought Jonathan Browning was like, that's a good American name.
Don't ask me history questions.
I know. I'm sorry.
Pop quiz. It's literally the only thing I'm interested in.
All right. Let's go into real 2 truths and a lie.
Okay.
I really thought I had you stumped.
Okay.
I had other names for Jonathan Browning.
Okay. That's a good name. I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds like a gun manufacturer.
That's what I thought I could get you. Be like, well, okay, maybe that's where Browning guns come from.
No.
All right, 2 truths and a lie. I listen to the same song every time walking through an airport. I have spent the night at a truck stop. I have camped on a glacier.
I don't think you've camped on a glacier.
I have not camped on a glacier.
Yeah.
I have not camped.
What is a song you listen to?
Without question.
Yeah.
Every time, and I'm in the airport a lot. When I get to the airport,
Yep.
AirPods go in.
Just sets the mood right for you
It's
because there's a lot of people. Maybe
there's
you're trying to
people, there's no-
decompress.
yeah, I just want to kind of get my deal, and then I take my AirPods out at security, and then put them right back in. And I mean, I might do it.
Oh,
until
it's on repeat.
Oh yeah,
Okay, I'm ready.
and it's the same song every time.
Okay.
It's Bartender by Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
The live at Folsom Field.
One more drink.
Yeah, but
Would
it's
you make it strong?
yeah, but it's like a 16-minute version,
Yeah.
and it's a good jam in it. I'll tell you exactly which one. I mean, I of course
That is a good song.
it's a great,
Very soulful.
it's a great song.
I think everybody knows that one.
Live from Fenway, not Folsom.
Fenway. Oh, that's close. Start with an F.
Yeah, I mean it's we can just the jam is so good. And here comes Carter Beauford counting it out. That audio quality is not very good.
It's not good, but it's that's great. It sounds like a great concert to be at.
It's 16 minutes long. It's fast. It's up tempo. It's slow tempo. It's mid tempo. There's a great jam, and man, it's a lot of piano jam on it, and it's just man, it's like that's my travel song.
Speaking of sleeping at a rest stop and jam bands, the last time I actually slept at a rest stop,
Who'd you go see?
I was coming back from a fish show.
Oh yeah, hey man,
Yeah.
why panic when you can fish?
That was a late
That'd be
evening.
late night.
That was a late evening. Yeah. But it was more of a nap.
I've overnight in a rest stop
I've
and
done-
in a truck stop, not a rest stop.
Oh, I get what you're saying, like a Love's or something like that.
Yes, very bright, by the way.
Yeah.
What's your two truths and a lie?
Okay.
Excuse me.
I'm planning on mowing my own lawn in the near future.
Okay.
I was very concerned at the height of the Me Too movement. Twisted car seat belts bother me.
Did that last week.
But that was another one of my last week?
Yeah, it's all right. You did it. So I know that bothers you.
Dang it.
I know that you were probably very bothered by the Me Too movement, and I know that you would never mow your own grass. So I'm going to say planning to mow your own grass is the lie.
That is absolutely not right.
You are planning to mow your own grass, and you couldn't have cared less about Me Too.
Not to say that I didn't care less. I mean, I think if like somebody like exposes themselves to somebody in a position of power and then like, says, well, I'm not going to give you a job if you tell the people.
Right.
That's awful.
Right.
I would have never done anything remotely like that. So I
Okay.
wasn't
A
even
little misdirection there.
Yeah. Right. I know.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
am planning on mowing my own lawn.
Why?
So my boys learn to mow their own lawn.
We had to mow the yard growing up.
Yes.
And I was like, Dad, can we just get a lawn service? I'm like, come
Yeah.
off the wallet, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what he did? He's like, absolutely not. I've got a lawn service. You two boys. And when we went to college, like when my younger brother went to college, the next day got a yard service.
Of course.
Took that mower right to the street.
As everybody knows, I've recently moved and a little bit of a larger yard and still not the size of my yard growing up. Because we have a lot of beds and shrubs and
Mhm.
things like that. So
That's where you're going to run into problems though, is
trimming.
yes, I tried it at my house when we first moved in, and I ultimately got someone to come and do I was like, I'll mow, you guys do the other things. And I was like, this is
I just want it so even if it's bothersome for me, I just want it so my boys get out
I love it.
and mow the lawn. And now they have the that whole Echo line that's lithium ion.
Yes.
And so
Ego also has one.
Ego, that's what
Yeah,
I'm talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so they're not like inhaling gas.
Right.
And there's not like a risk of spontaneous combustion.
Right. And that stuff works really good now.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The whole line.
Right.
So I'm excited about that.
That's fun. You all have a good time on Saturdays doing that.
I don't think we will. But
And then you could. That could turn into all right, let's mow it. Then we'll go get some lunch, get everybody
we'll
a
jump in the
milkshake.
pool.
I'll give you guys $10.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Because
So-
I can assure you, you can't mow your grass for $20 a week.
Oh, no.
I mean, I didn't even want to get into that.
No.
Okay. New segment, started last show.
Yeah. Would you rather? Would you have a giant, inoperable mole on your face
Okay. No.
or no eyebrows?
No eyebrows. I would draw them in.
You can't.
No eyebrows. So just having some big goiter.
Yeah.
No. No. Absolutely no eyebrows. Because people will be like, what's up with your eyebrows? I was like, oh, well, it's either this or this huge mole. You understand why? I mean, I get it. It's a little weird, but I just wear a hat low, maybe. I mean, I wear a hat all the time.
I think if you don't have any eyebrows, you look like a serial killer.
I think if you don't have a massive inoperable mole on your face, you look like something's wrong with you.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's eyebrows for me.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right. This is emotional.
Okay.
Would you rather lose your sight or your memories? So you're blind, but you can remember everything. or you can't remember anything, but you can see.
I just feel like it's safer to lose your memories
I do too.
than to lose your eyesight.
Because you could still experience
Things in real time.
Right.
Maybe you can't remember them, but at least you get that feeling.
You get the feeling in the moment.
Yeah, I'm a visual guy.
You know, that everybody knows that feeling when, like, you know, maybe you've been out of town and you come in and your kids, you walk in, like you would get that, the dad, you know, like
Yes.
that, you would get to see their face seeing you.
Instead of
Remembering, sitting in the dark,
and seeing it in the hearing them in the dark and then walking into the wall.
Yeah, I mean, that's nothing disparaging about anyone has limited sight. It's just if I would rather have my sight.
I just don't want to walk into the wall.
We got full episodes and shorts on YouTube. Our Instagram is at outinthehallpod. Check out RyanParsonsComedy.com.
Yes.
Which is live. Tickets for that Flamingo Comedy Jam will be available at JakeOwenFoundation.org.
And do not ingest 600 pounds of marijuana.
Do not.
I love you.
Love you.